All right, everyone. So let's start with solving this collocation question. The very first thing that you need to do is you need to skim and scan this question. When you skim and scan, basically what you're trying to do is you're looking for repeated words. Okay. Now, if I had to do that, and if I had to just move my eyes left to right, I can figure out that this question is probably about, it's about seminars, it's about knowledge, it's about lectures, it's about seminar. So I think that this question is about seminars and lectures. Okay, I'm just making an assumption. And remember, it's just an assumption. When you start reading, you get a better idea of this. Okay, so let's start reading. Seminars are not designed to be mini lectures. Their educational dash is to provide an opportunity for you to discuss interesting or difficult aspects of the course. Their educational dash. So the word there is like a possession. Educational is your adjective. The next part very likely should be a noun, right? Their educational dash is to provide an opportunity for you to discuss interesting or difficult aspects of the course. What would be the right answer? So let's have a look. Their educational dash, their educational rules. We are not going by methods and rules, so I'm eliminating that. Their educational parts, we are not talking about the components over here. I have no idea what that is. I'll probably go with their educational role, because role is a noun. Their educational role is to provide an opportunity for you to discuss interesting or difficult topics in the course. This can be founded on the dash that it can only be actively trying to use knowledge that it acquires from a lecture and text that you can achieve an adequate understanding of the subject. On the dash, after the word the, what do you need? What do we need after the word the? After the word the, we usually need a noun. So let's have a look. What nouns do we have over here? So it says over here, this is founded on the dash that is only actively trying to use the knowledge that you've acquired from lectures and texts that you can achieve an adequate understanding of the subject. On the case, okay. On the assumption, that's a noun too. The word factual, AL, most likely it's an adjective. Fiction is also a noun. So I'm not going with factual because it doesn't make any sense. Fiction is truth. You've got storytelling, factual and fiction stories, fictional stories. So I won't go with these two either. Case or assumption. This is founded on the case that is, you find something on the case or you find something on assumption. I would rather go with assumption. That it is only be actively trying to use knowledge. That makes more sense now. Okay, let's continue reading. If you do not understand the point, it is highly that you will be the only person in that position. You will be invariably undertaking it. Okay, let's leave this part. You will be the only person in that position. What do you mean by that? I've got the word highly over here. What part of speech is highly there? Think about it. I'm not going to give the answer. Take a moment over here, pause, go to Google, look at what is highly. The hint is ly. Okay, so I'm not going to go with that. I'm going to just give you the idea that this is what it is. Now, the very next word would be an adjective. It could also be an adverb. Why is that? Again, when you look at the word highly, you should be able to figure that out. Okay. Is highly dash that you will be the only person in the group that is in that position. Okay. It is the highly possibility. No, I don't highly possible. We don't say highly possibility. That's the wrong collocation. Highly unlikely, maybe. Highly impacting. You always impact on something. So I've got the word on missing from here. That would not be the right answer. And in this case, the word impact is again still there. So I can't put the word on. So that will not be the right answer. I said possibility was not a good answer. So I'm going to go with unlikely. Okay. Now, you will invariably be taking a dash for the entire group if you come to the seminar equipped with questions on matters which you feel you did not fully understand. After the word a, usually what do we need? After the word a. So remember, after the word a and the and they, we usually need a noun. Usually. It can also be an adjective, but usually it's a noun. Based on that assumption, you will be undertaking a dash. First thing, I'm straight away going to eliminate action, because for the word action, I should have had an over here. I don't have an, so I'm not going to use action. So you can either take blame, service, or crime. Now, crime is a verb. It's more of an action, right? You're committing a crime, right? So you don't commit a crime for the group. You're going to a lecture. Why would you do a crime? So this is also eliminated. I'm removing crime and I'm removing action. You're left with blame or service. Now, if you blankly use your collocation knowledge, you can take a blame for something, right? That would be the best collocation. But if you go with the sense of the question, you're not going to take a blame for the group because you're doing them a favor. You're asking a question, so you're helping them. Should be service. So I think that this is the best way to do the collocation, and these are the best answers there. Hopefully, this is correct. Let's confirm and let's have a look. As you can see, the question is fully correct, and I've read my collocation question carefully. Skim and scan, read through the question carefully. I cannot emphasize much more on shortcuts. Good luck, everyone.